Hello friends, welcome to my channel The Biography Zone. Untold stories that happened in the life of Nikola Tesla, which I will highlight in this video. Let's get started without delay. When he was in pain, he was in a high fever. He was in pain. He was in a dangerous state. He was lucky. He had been healed from the disease, but he started to see all kinds of dreams. For a long time, people were worried about whether he had a mental illness, but Tesla himself is gradually used to these people's invisible dreams and starts to use these dreams when he thinks about something. His mind can not only appear a specific image, he could also conceive very clearly the inside of this object's internal structure and its composition. Knowing that he has this ability, Tesla is gradually very addicted. When he is making a complicated device, first of all, it will appear a complete device installation image. Then it can be improved in your mind. This way, he can jump to the design phase and then immediately get into the construction and installation. At the end, they can also come up with some incredible ideas. This superhuman ability often makes the people surprised, not even gets the title of a hero's weird talent. At the moment, the most famous scientists are usually considered as Newton and Einstein, but in fact, Tesla is not much different from them. This is because, to be without a doubt, 21st century's achievements are almost all belong to Tesla's one's achievements. So, Tesla is often labeled as the closest godlike man. In 1856, Tesla was born in an Aldoli, Hungary, a village. Just like the previous mentioned, the miracle ability, Tesla at 19 entered the Aldoli, Graz University to learn physics, math, and computer science. During this time, it was a strong to go on to graduate. After graduation, he gained some engineering experience and then started in France, Paris, the Edison International, to become an engineer. The company is a famous developer, Thomas Edison, who was founded by a company in Europe's division system. In 1881, the company in Paris, in the Energy Exhibition, showed a set of power system that shocked the entire Europe. From there, the company started to receive from Europe's local orders. The European market was a huge success. Edison was very much in love with it. However, in the German Strasbourg, their product, they had a bomb in the market, and it had a huge impact on the market's development. So the company sent Tesla to the scene and promised that if he could successfully solve the problem, he would give him $25,000 in the money. So when Tesla was in, it was soon and designed the world's first electric motor and successfully solved the problem. But the company didn't, as a promise, pay for Tesla's money. Tesla felt angry, decided to resign, but the European division's CEO, the CEO, had him and recommended him to go to the New York department. He was Tesla, has always dreamed of working under the belt of ID. Sense, so he took the premium and decided to go to New York. But what broke his hopes and his desire was that he had a very different, as he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had the right to be an ID. Sense, and he had a very different. Tesla, in New York, was originally being given to the job of a power station, but they soon found the power station's limitations and started designing more effective power station to give a like New York, like a power station. If you use a power station, if they use a power station, they need a lot of power stations. But if they use a Tesla to make a power station, they only need a power station, so they can meet the New Yorkish all-energy needs. When Edison knew this, he gave a proposal. If he could make such a power station, he will give him $50,000. After a while, Tesla, as a plan, achieved a telecommunication generator and reported to Edison. But as an immigrant, he only said, "You, as an immigrant, did well." He did not give Tesla his promise of $5,000, nor did he plan to do a telecommunication generator. He had been after 2 times, and finally, he left the Edison International. He had spent a while in a physical labor life. He had, after his friends' resources, founded his own company. In the moment, the stream of the stream was the main, and Tesla had to will be the future's main. Again, the development of a telecommunication generator. After a while, Tesla successfully developed a real efficient telecommunication generator and gained the following money, the same as the energy industry's CEO, Charles Westinghouse. He knew the telecommunication of a telecommunication generator and he knew that it was higher than the IDC's product's efficiency. So he said he wanted to buy a $100 million to buy a Tesla's patent. This is a very attractive proposal, but Tesla has a more strategic proposal. He said, now, it can only cost $60,000, but as a fee, every Mary Dent has to pay $2.5 for the patent. So Westinghouse accepted Tesla's proposal. After, the two of them started to promote telecommunication. This is the history of the famous energy war. But IDC at this time was using method to promote the potential of a social media. The company is trying to stop its spread, but the social media is not only a cheap and also a free. This is a straight of the funds that you can't get. The final market still chooses a Tesla's social media. A few years later, the Westinghouse was a big investment company. The company asked for a $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. It's an unexpected. The Tesla took this proposal and gave it its interests. As of, Tesla said, Westinghouse is the only. Then, Tesla announced that he was doing a research on the subject, which is the infinite transmission of energy. That is to make the energy not be sent to be transferred. A few years later, in 1897, Tesla completed this device. It was to be able to get the wave of the wave to create a frequency of vibration. Then, the device to convert these vibrations into a current energy. Thus, the energy's infinite transmission of energy. When the scientist was in the experiment, the project was being tested. The surrounding region also caused a hurricane. As a result, more and more people felt that his invention was beyond human knowledge. Although he had a lot of knowledge, this method to transmit the energy, Tesla wanted to achieve the infinite transmission of energy. So, he is trying to use the Earth as a meson, and then transmit the energy and the technology. He has prepared the equipment and has it 40 miles away from the wireless transmission. So he was going to try to use the Earth as a meson, and then transmit the energy that is containing energy. He prepared the equipment, and in the test, 40 kilometers away, installed 200 more light bulbs, waiting for the rain to arrive. The experiment was still in the right of way. When the rain hit, the installed lighters were all lit. After this crucial technology, Tesla started to pursue its ultimate goal. He thought that, to be able to use the energy, it was impossible for all human beings to use the energy, because the communication of the energy needs to be in the energy. But to get the energy to the world's every corner is not realistic. Therefore, to achieve the size of the energy transfer, we can only use the Earth as a source of energy. And about the energy source, he also considered using the Earth as a whole, or the DHA, which is the precredited, almost infinite energy. That is to say, Tesla's global goal is to convert the energy in the natural energy and the precredited energy into energy, and through the free and clean energy that is being delivered to the world. This project was four all over the world at the same time. The 9th is the global weather report. The 10th is the telecommunication, and the telecommunication. The 11th is the global weather, and the 12 to 16 is the global data, and the global data in the global environment. From 8 to 16, the global data and the global data are in the global environment. We can see that 8 to 16 subsets. First, people can see any distance. In modern terms, it's alive. Second, it's a global range-based radio. Third, it's a smooth send. From 8:00 to 16:00, the sound and the image of the data in the world's realm are smooth send. You can also see that 8:00 to 16:00. The project is the current internet's travel. To consider that Tesla has brought in a more specific way. It was 130 years ago. This is hard not to let people to think about. Tesla is not a future soother person, but although it is a specific implementation method, but Tesla's, these plans are finally not being implemented. And to the 21st century, today, the Earth's full size no send. No send, no send, no send, no send. Why is this? Actually, the answer is a very dark truth, and it's because of Tesla's sad and late years. When the Tesla's Hong Kong project was opened, a man named Johann, the person who was interested in Tesla, was strongly interested. You might know that. Morgan is the 19th century, the world's most powerful investor, and is also the founder of Morgan's. is a person who has a huge power and money. Morgan is interested in the Tesla projects, the telecommunication part, because from the investor's view, Morgan believes that, regardless of the location or distance, they cannot rely on physical means. Even if you're exchanging a piece of telecommunication, it is the most powerful in all projects. He has given him $15,000 in money and has been on a Long Island's land as an experiment area. So he is asked to be on the Long Island to achieve free transport. After Tesla on the surface received Morgan's proposal on the Long Island's land, he started on the Long Island's land to build a free transport launch tower. But in fact, this 57-meter tower is a tool that is able to achieve free transport. This project is the Wadden-Crifts project. The name of this tower is Wadden-Crifts Tower. From here on, I'll first introduce some Wadden-Crifts tower-related stories, but this is really a bit of an unclear story. After the tower was built in 1905, 3 years in the Russian gusset sky, it had a huge explosion occurred. The explosion's power was, I guess, 185. Luckily, the explosion was far away from the residential land, so no people were killed. The time, it was still not clear, but there is an often mentioned argument that this Tunguska explosion was a Tesla experiment caused, according to the U.S. federal investors' later investigation. In the first few weeks of the explosion, Tunguska often entered the U.S. and had a lot of related to the U.S. It is very important to note that he had several times tried to visit, and he has been listed as a secret to a centralized and a Tunguska explosion. According to the theory of the Earth, the theory of the Earth is Tunguska's so-called argument. The principle of the explosion is as if you see the Earth as if the Earth is a battery, then from New York to Toulouse, then from New York to the west of the line, it becomes 2 lines. Then, by going from the west of the Earth's center to the west of the line, to connect some energy reception points, you can set the energy release point in Tunguska. Then, to find the space in the free of the air point, and to reach the peak of the wind, you can let the huge energy be once a day Tunguska to be released. Of course, this hypothesis is not true, but if this hypothesis is true, then Tesla has already gotten the limited energy technology. Back to the main topic. I can't expect the limited energy development has ever been in progress. And to called Guillermo McNay, the man who over Tesla, he has still completed a long-distance limited energy. This result was widely evaluated. So McNay got the 1909 Nobel Prize. But the later amazing fact was revealed. The techniques that McNeith used were the technologies that Tesla had already been applying for a patent. That is to say, in the case of Tesla's patent, it was in the case of a similar content. McNeith's patent was also completed. This is a before and before thing. Then, the U.S. High Court announced that McNeith's series of patents was not effective. But in 1943, when this judgment was made, Tesla had gone, just like this. Tesla, although it has been achieved the Nobel Prize's research results, but they did not receive enough comments. Other than that, Tesla had another Nobel Prize, just in 1915. The Nobel Prize was originally planned to be a gift to the field of energy, making a huge contribution to Tesla and Edison, but both of them rejected this award, without to say it was because of the between the two of them. On the other side, after the Macmillan's world announced the wireless communication technology, Morgan decided to stop the investment from Tesla. Most people think this is because of the investment from Tesla. Most of the people believe this is because of his commitment to an infinite amount of radio. But there is a saying that Morgan is aware of the purpose of Tesla to build Wadden-Crifts. This is the real reason for him to stop investing. If the Tesla project will convert the natural energy into energy and provide free energy, then it not only will destroy the traditional energy industry's interests, and it will also break down the human society for thousands of years to get from the traditional energy industry, and at the same time, sitting on the gold suites of Morgan. For me, Wadden-Crifts' completion and Tesla's plan to achieve his own failure. Therefore, Morgan has since then not given Tesla a cent of his money. In the past 130 years, Tesla has introduced 16 projects. The only thing that has not been completed is to get a free energy from the energy in order to understand from all kinds of backgrounds. After seeing this situation, I also feel this is not a technical barrier. Morgan stopped his investment. The former partner, Westinghouse, is not there. Tesla is hard to find a willing to invest in him. Of course, Houghton Mifflin has not finished. He was removed in 1917. But the Tesla's experience was a tragedy. Not only that, the Tesla's experimenter had a fire. It has almost all its wealth, and the past decades of research, the results have turned into a dust. This is not a random event. Although he has a tremendous memory, to be able to recover a part of it. But because it has lost the money and the services of Tesla, it will definitely not be able to recover. In the difficult 10 years of economic difficulties, Tesla has been living in a New York hotel room. In 1943, after Tesla was gone, the US government had been collecting all the data that Tesla had in the hotels. The question of why the government took this action, there were all sorts of assumptions, but some people said that the US government was worried that the Tesla's research was being led by other countries, and that they thought that the revolutionary ideas and theory, if it was to be publicly accepted, it would have a huge influence. So the US government decided to take it. Also, some Speaker One people say that Tesla has successfully developed a powerful weapon called a death threat. And to prevent this technology from falling into the hands of the enemy's hands, they took a measure, the taken data. Most of the data is still being classified as a secret information. Some people believe that the US has a suppressive technology. One of the reasons is that it is a result of Tesla's research. Then in this video, I'll introduce again Tesla's source of knowledge. He said, our brain is just a receiver. There is a core in the universe. We get from there knowledge, how, and inspiration. I've never been into this core secret, but I know it exists. Is this because Tesla is able to visit Acacia's record? His brain is a treasure that can let the Earth reach a planet. But even though it has this incredible ability, Tesla also, because it was threatened by the value of the interest, lost a full use of its power. It went to the destruction. Tesla was called the century and fate of the game. Tesla is known as the man who is being played by their lives and their fate. But the real playing, and not fair to him, is maybe the person sitting on the top of a gold tower. So how long would this gold tower last?